With juicing alone, I could see weight loss right away, which inspired me to continue to move forward. But it was the shift that occurred in my mind, an emotional state during the fasting period that caused me to be more mindful and increase self-awareness. You know, those things that kept me on this journey. Hello, Royal Beauties. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, my name is Williams-Bea. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it's been a while, but I am back, refreshed, refocused, and ready to go. Okay, this video is to provide you with updates as far as where I am on my weight loss journey, how things are going with me in the process that led me to where I am today. So, many of you have started following me because of my juicing journey. And most of you know that since starting my juicing journey, I had done little to no exercising, and I managed to lose 120 pounds primarily through juicing. But what some of you may not know is that it all really started with my healing journey. And juicing was just simply a part of that journey, which led me to losing weight. I often call my weight loss journey my healing journey. And here I am in the midst of my fitness journey. So yes, let's go to the beginning. For those of you, if this is your first time here and you don't know my story, I had a big problem with emotional eating. I was just out of control, like eating up my husband goodies he had all throughout the bedroom. I ended up being the largest I've ever been, like almost 300 pounds. And one day I told God I couldn't take it anymore and that I needed his help. And his response to me was self-care. And at that time, I was learning about self-care, mind, body, and spirit. So it made sense if I was having an issue with emotional eating, I needed to address my emotional health. So at the beginning, my focus for the first few years was just simply getting a handle on my emotional eating by working on my mental and emotional health and putting various self-care practices into place, which included a 100-day juice fast. And this jump-started my weight loss and it helped me get my blood pressure under control. Now, I don't promote doing a 100-day juice fast, but I am just simply sharing what I did for me during my time of emotional cleansing. I also worked with my primary care physician throughout my whole juicing journey. So afterwards, I began focusing on my diet, which included being consistent with my quarterly juice fast and eating wholesome foods. I went totally vegan and dove further into intermittent fasting, practicing the 18-6, where I fasted 18 hours and feasted 6 hours. I even tried the OMAD, where I fasted 23 hours and ate one meal a day within a 1 hour time frame, or within a 1 hour window for 30 days. I had so much success with the OMAD that I thought I would go OMAD long term because it was proven to me that it really was an effective way to manage my weight, and because of the health benefits, amongst other things. Since I wasn't exercising on a regular basis, the OMAD was perfect. For many people, they would have implemented physical exercise a long time ago, I know. However, this was a very difficult, delicate, and emotionally challenging time in my life, so I had to take more strategic and a more mindful approach, I had to take things in bite-sized pieces because I would get overwhelmed easily. If I would have forced myself to change everything all at once, it would have added unnecessary stress, causing me to spiral downwards and quit. It would have just backfired on me. Another thing is that when you fast, you do not want to do any intense movement. This I've covered before in other videos, but I will continue to urge you not to do intense exercise during a fast. First of all, because you are not taking in enough calories to support the activity. And secondly, you can throw off your metabolism. I was hard-headed the first time. I lost weight through juicing back in my 40s, but you live and learn. Anyway, exercise in between fasting is perfectly fine. Once I had a strong handle on my diet and emotional or mental health, my main focus for 2024 was to get moving more and implement strength training. And when I started increasing my cardio and doing strength training exercises, I quickly realized that the OMAD wasn't the best schedule for my lifestyle. There was just no way I could make it fit. In order for you to build muscle, you must increase your protein and space your intake throughout the day, especially if you are menopausal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal. So there was no way to get the amount of protein I needed to build muscle in 1 hour. The OMAD schedule was nice while it lasted. When I wasn't lifting weights, it was perfect. So right now, I eat between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., no later than 7 p.m. I'm gradually shortening that window, though. I want to circle back around to juicing. Like, looking in hindsight, the extended juice fast was actually therapy or rehab for my body and my soul more than anything. It's something about taking in the food God originally created for the human body. Raw fruit and veggies have healing properties, not just for the body, but for the soul, especially for empaths and highly sensitive people like me. It's like giving your body and soul a much needed reset or vacation. And yes, juicing also gave me results I wasn't getting at the time. It gets hard, as we age, especially during menopause. It gets hard. With juicing alone, I could see weight loss right away, which inspired me to continue to move forward. But it was the shift that occurred in my mind, an emotional state during the fasting period that caused me to be more mindful and increased self-awareness. Those things that kept me on this journey. It wasn't just the juice fast alone, but the personal development activities I did during that time. So today, I no longer do extended juice fasts because I don't need to go that long. When I would try, it would be exhausting and draining. I've just learned to listen to my body and my spirit. Since I am lifting weights now, I just do 3 to 7 days. Mostly a 3-day quarterly juice fast on my active rest and recovery time from lifting, which is every quarter. And I don't juice for weight loss anymore. It was a nice jump start in the beginning, but now it has become this ritual where I give my body, mind, and spirit that much needed mini retreat. It is just so refreshing and a beautiful experience. It gives me this unexplainable peace and clarity. I don't know how else to explain it. This is my chosen form of cleansing and detoxing. It's not just about detoxing the body, though. I believe if done properly, it goes much deeper than that. So yeah, I feel that even though I lost a significant amount of weight and lowered my blood pressure, more than anything, juicing was absolutely what my soul needed during my emotional healing journey. So here we are in 2025. I am finally getting the hang of my exercise routine for the most part. It's always a learning process, right? I started out with doing activities that I enjoy, hula hooping, jumping rope, because if you're having fun, you are more prone to be consistent. I did return to walking and then added strength exercises and metabolic exercises. And in February, I had to have gum surgery. So I had to take a little break away from intense exercise and I had to stick with soft foods. I ended up eating more vegan ice cream than I should have. And I had vegan cheesecake. Look, it was Valentine's Day month, okay? I could not wait to eat something crunchy though. So when I was able to, I ended up crushing on peanuts like really hard. Yeah, I love me some peanuts. Yeah, well, like any kind of nuts. But lately, peanuts have just been my jam. I wasn't moving my body much at all during my recovery time. So afterwards, I had to work my way back into exercising. When I first started protein loading and lifting, I was between 170 pounds to 180 pounds. Then I gradually went like from 170 to 175. After my surgery, I know I went over 180 easily, but I refuse to weigh myself to spare my feelings. So I'm back into my full body weightlifting routine, jumping rope 3 times a week. I do 100 jumps, 5 sets as fast as I can, resting until my heart rate is back to normal in between each set. My goal is 1,000 jumps. I'm eventually going back to my other metabolic exercises like walking lunges, kettlebell exercises, burpees, planks. I am also working on getting my steps back up. Right now I have walk on my walking pad if I can't get outside, and it has a nice little incline. So it gives you a nice little workout. This has been a soft reset. I'm working my way back little by little. After surgery, I had to be mindful of my self-talk. When I gained weight, there was a part of me that tried to drag myself back into self-shaming. And then there was this other part of me that said, we ain't got time for that. We know how to get it off now. Okay, so let's go. You know, shaming doesn't get you anywhere. It just actually causes you to go backwards. I often say that change is linear. So you will have your ups and your downs, but you have to stay in the game. It's easy to throw up your hands and sit your butt down. Nope, we may have to take time off, push the pause button, and that's okay. Just remember to keep getting up, keep hitting the reset button. I've made it up in my mind that this journey isn't over until I draw my last breath, and I'm in it for the long haul. Let me know in the comment section where you are in your journey. Is it emotional healing, weight loss journey, or fitness journey? And let me know, how is it going for you? I miss my subscribers and viewers. I miss this channel, but I'm back because I have some things that God is urging me to share with you guys, and it's going to be good. So keep your notifications on. Okay, Royal Beauties, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you may want to check out these videos on my weight loss and juicing journey. In the meantime, know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. Now go rock what your Creator gave you. Love you much. Peace and God bless.